in this Sycamore Superstock class through 4 races. Want to know how competitive this group is? They're fun to watch. A welcome addition to have back here at Lucas Oil Speedway. Arctic Food Equipment's USRA Modifieds. 30 came in the door, 24 lived to survive and race one final time, 20 times around. And we'll take you through the field as Kyle Slater out of Muskogee, Oklahoma in the 19K on the pole. You remember back, it looked as though he was going to win his heat race. Something goes awry on the final lap, and Nick Benninger took advantage of it. And what do you know? Those 2 cars are on the front row here in our main event. Jason Pursley and Jesse Stovall back in row number 2. Stovall won his heat race, but he did it from the point, so didn't really get any passing points. That's why he's going to start back outside row number 2. Shadron Turner and Mickey Burrow will make up row number 3. Iola, Kansas's Chase Sig in 7th. Dean Willey out of Warrensburg, Missouri in 8th. Troy Goodmanson and Chad Lyle starting 9th and 10th. Columbia, Missouri, Scotty Rogers in 11th. Weston Holman in 12th. Back in row 7, Jeff Cutshaw and Hoyt Miller. Aaron Moss and Cody Brill starting 15th and 16th. Dustin Hodges and Derek Watson, those were the first 2 finishers in our B feature. Ben Stockton and Brent Holman. And then the final 4, Tyler Grooms, Kenny Nutter, Terry Kirk, and Dylan Hoover. Wouldn't necessarily say it's been a resurgence for the Modifieds, but the Modifieds on the car count was starting about 2 years ago to become a little on the questionable side. But the Modifieds have really taken off in the last couple of years, and whenever you see 30 cars make their way in here, there were 30 cars here last week. This is a class that's back. A number of regional series, USMTS, Heartland Modified, the ARMS, just to name a few that run around this area quite a bit, have really brought a new resurgence to this class. We've seen some B-Mod drivers work their way up to Modifieds. On the front rows, one of them, and Kyle Slater through the Lucas Oil start zone, and we're underway 20 times around for the Arctic Food Equipment's USRA Modifieds. Not the best of starts for the Undertaker, Jesse Stovall. After winning the first feature tonight, jumps the cushion over in 3 and 4. He's going to drop back to 5th to the inside of Shadron Turner. Tries to get 4th back, but Kyle Slater has gotten off to the quick start. Out by half a second over Nick Benninger. Jason Pursley rides in 3rd. And now Jesse Stovall knocking on the door of Shadron Turner. That's your top 5. Stovall will grab 4th. Stovall had gotten 4th. That's not enough. He's up to 3rd to the outside of Jason Pursley. Shadron Turner looking to the inside. Thought otherwise of it. Up to the top side he will go. Kyle Slater now by a 2.5 over Nick Benninger, and Jesse Stovall up to 3rd. Shadron Turner, you look at him there in the 56. He's another B-Mod driver that's now grabbed the keys to the Modified, and boy, whenever he took it over, he started out fast. Had some chassis issues earlier in the year. Got those fixed. It's a Skyrocket chassis. Kevin Stoa engine. And he has picked up 2 wins, one in that Heartland Modified Tour. He's won at Electric City and I-35, and he is now up into 4th, trailing Jesse Stovall and trying to hold off Jason Persley. Everything working to Kyle Slater's favor right now, as he is up on the top side of the track and everyone else seems to be running middle to bottom. So he is able to just stay in that one groove. That's where he's found the speed, and he has been able to whittle through this field. Last year, Kyle Slater started out the season in an IMCA modified and a B mod, ran mostly all B mods. And then late in the year, started running more with the USRA modifieds. That was like in June, running in the limited mods. So his transition from a B mod to a modified really started last year. He finished out the year mostly running in that modified class, including running in the USMTS. Ran at Arrowhead, ran in an Outlaw modified at Hard Oak, Texas Speedway. And Kyle can wheel just about anything. He's been here in a super stock before. And he's caught up with the back end of lap traffic, and it is a hornet's nest in front of him. Gets around Derek Watson, Tyler Grooms, and Nutter, the next two to go a lap down. And not sure what happened to Kyle Slater in his heat race. He was the class of the field in the heat, had built up a 2.5-second lead over Nick Bittiger at that time. So he knows anything can happen. His lead is not safe. It's at a little less than 2 seconds right now, and Nick Bittiger is back behind him in second, Jesse Stovall third. I think he was probably the fastest modified in the heat races, with maybe the exception of Jesse Stovall. And he has laid waste to this entire field. Kyle Slater has led every single lap from the drop of the green. Lead over Nick Bittiger, now 3.5 seconds. Where it was less than 2. Nick Bittiger got caught up in lap traffic, and Jesse Stovall and Shadron Turner both able to take advantage of Nick Bittiger. And Cody Brill slow on the track over in turn 4. As the checkers come out, Kyle Slater gets the job done. Jesse Stovall in second, Shadron Turner third, Nick Bittiger fourth. Kyle Slater leads all 20 laps on his way to the win at Lucas Oil Speedway, his second victory of the season. He won at Tri-State middle of April, and he does the job here at the Diamond of Dirt Tracks to start out the month of May.